All right, so we're getting ourselves a little chapter 2 going on here, and I wanna get the Burn Brigade firing on all cylinders. So that means we're gonna be taking Innie Jr. out. We're gonna be bringing Reynald out for a little bit of backline pokey pokey. Then I was thinking we could go Vestal, and we could go Occultist.
To know the abyss, one must embrace it.
The question that we run into here, that may mean that we need to do this and we only get one attack. Wantless also has 4 backup files. How interesting. So the Mr. Scrake here is a bit of a struggle, has a bit of a struggle until we move forward with Zeal. That would be my only complaint. But I think, so speed 2, speed 3. We need to get, we want Zeal to go first, so we may need to give Zeal some speed to make this work effectively. And actually, because the runaway is going to go first, ooh, this is actually tricky. I think we have to, we can't really juggle the way that I would normally want to juggle on Innie. How does this team work? I don't really want to put a Warlock with minus 20% HP on the front line. Not able to ceiling spaghetti. This is curious. Yeah, we don't have a tank either. But I think that's okay. But I don't think we can go Lance with this combo. So if we drop the Occultist, which I'm sad to do, we can much more easily go with something like this.
Pride, more devastating than the horrors of 100 campaigns.
So we free up the Crusader to be a burn and damage dealer. And I don't really like the Orphan. I think we'll go Arsonist, but without a Plague Doctor, Arsonist always feels a little risky. Because 25% of the time you're going to be getting burned, and spending a whole turn on Ministrations is pretty rough. It's a bit of a challenge. I don't know. I think the Vestal might be the thing that's kind of messing us up here.
To know the abyss,
Like, we could go with something like this.
embrace it.
I mean, our healing is not great against the burn. The problem with Orphan is I want to start in rank 1 and I want to be... I guess we swap these two. But then if you decide to go back rank, like we want to get 2 hits off first. But if we move you forward, our healing is not that great. Nor do people slot into the places we want them to slot. Like, if I was going to run something like this, I'd really want to be looking for Icon of Light for the back rank. So the problem here is going to be that we can't do a move back with Innie until... I think we have to go this way. So first turn, you're going to move back. First turn, you're going to move forward. All right, we're gonna play around with this one. I'm not convinced that what we have on our hands is a good build. But also our stress healing is not amazing. Now we went Vanguard. I think we want to go Bulwark instead. The extra taunt is so important. Hey, Sinnoh, how's it going? And then up here, we're going to go pretty standard Warlock, I think. I guess we can go Binding Shadows. Actually, we're going to have... Well, yeah, we're going to go Binding Shadows because we're going to be moving back to the back rank. All right. Let's try this out. This is going to be an interesting team. Such a tiresome day. What's the haps? All right, let's give this a go. This is going to be something resembling a burn comp with less burn value than I was hoping it was going to get out of it. But I think it'll be decent. I mean, Bolster is good. It's not S tier. You know, we haven't brought out a Jester in I don't know how long. Yeah, what's wrong with Aggressor all the way back? We got flexibility on Holy Lance. Then we're going to get to the front and we got Zealous. I think it makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Plague Doctor cycle has been going on forever. The Rot Squad cycle was like a month long.
Even your valley is not immune to the spreading stain.
But see, we wouldn't have had a move in this comp unless we had done that. So I do think there's value. Oh, are you a Jinx? You are a Jinx. You are a robust Jinx who is about to crush this guy. Yeah, that's kind of Hellion life in a nutshell, I feel like. It was really interesting, actually. So, so I wonder if Shy is currently streaming Darkest Dungeon. Let me check really quickly here. Not currently. Streamed 2 days ago. So Shy is starting to work on the Bastard's Beacon cycle. And I watched some of their analysis, and they are of the opinion that the Carcass Hellion might be the go-to tank for the Bastard's Beacon, which is vaguely mind-boggling to me. Yeah, I mean, I have had some similar experiences. Let's see. So, what's our plan here? Oh, so these are different color. Interesting. So what does this one do? Random start, random hero gains 3 taunt. Round start, random hero gains combo. Seems pretty annoying. So we did Bastard's Beacon last time. What does Stygian Blaze become? So, oh wait, so this is... So the Bastard's Beacon has 2 flame icons. Is less flame icons worse? Or is Star of the Chosen just the real bad one? This is a weird torch. Hey, Rose. I don't have a great understanding of how to even play around this one. But so they think that Star of the Chosen is more difficult then Bastard's Beacon only having 2 doesn't make sense with that, right? This one looks weird. Step forward and perish. I don't know. Star of the Chosen is interesting. I don't know that we have a great team for it. I think I would need to swap my Warlock to an Aspirant. Maybe let's try it though, right? I think there's something interesting to be said for it. We would get a little value out of this. The Larval Carrion Eater is actually, this is actually like a bit of a counter.
As vital to survival as sharpened steel.
So it's only at the very beginning someone's going to get 3 taunt.
Only death for those.
This is going to be an interesting one. So given that it's only at the beginning, let's go Carrion Eater so that we have a bit of recovery. And then I'm not seeing great options for making the General less punishing.
It cannot fight, but perhaps it can calm.
This team is going to have a bit of a hard time with the General also.
Learn what can be taught,
I think.
that you may stand just a little taller at the end.
There are a few. Like the Bandits pretty heavily lean into that archetype. So are we going to change you to an Aspirant? You have 25 HP. I think we need to. It only costs 4 the first one here. And then I think Sealing Spaghetti gets the upgrade. And I think Holy Lance could be the other upgrade because we can use... The upgrade on Inspiring Cry is going to make it mean so that at least initially we probably don't need to have Bolster on the board at all, actually. So we can do that. And then I think probably the other one is the Blind. We're going to be a little light on damage, but... Yeah, we're gonna see. I think this is gonna be very interesting. There's a lot to be gained from trying to kill the General, but there's also now Deathcap Spores. I think we can use them to push back growth, so we can take them as a potential option. But let's see what this is all about. I'm a little worried about going without food on people, so I'm going to do that so everybody is relatively tanky. And then we might need a little bit of that. All right. This is going to be interesting. We may not end up fighting the General. This might be a bridge too far, but the Crusader with the sword is looking mighty nice there. I think we're going to have a lot more turns where we have to pass because we're not necessarily going to have someone who can use a skill in a particular rank.
War rewards only resignation.
Let's see. So we have to go to the Surgeon if we want the Creature Den. And if we go to the Creature Den, we don't get the Lair. Wow. What an awful... So if we want to go to the Lair, we have to take a Surgeon as our first fight. I mean, I guess we could potentially decline it. But this is a pretty awful draw in general. Yeah, this map layout is absolutely awful. And if we take the Creature Den, we end up with 2 Assistance Encounters in a row. Big oof. Well, there's a lot of different challenges. I think the Hoarder's off the table. But maybe we go Resistance Encounter, Assistance, Resistance, Resistance, Lair. Yeah, I don't think we can do the Creature Den, but... Everybody wants to go to the left. Thanks, game.
A hasty and reckless thing indeed.
Okay, so someone is going to get taunt. All right. Well, if it's that every time.
On to the next.
So far I don't see a problem. This doesn't seem like it's too bad. I kid, obviously.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
I forgot. You don't hit that hard.
A petty hindrance.
But yeah, Barrison just has to always get the taunt and everything will be fine. Although that crit was pretty lame. Oh yeah, and he had combo, which means you're doing extra damage now? And you have a higher crit chance? I need to check that out. Oh, was that the one that was going? It wasn't. That was a misplay. Holy stress balls, Batman, though. So, okay. So the torch. Round start hero. If combo, more damage taken. Oh, so we don't get a benefit from the combo. Okay, fine. So they get additional crit, we don't. All right. I guess that makes sense. But I don't like it. I thought we were going to get some value out of the torch. But didn't take radiant light on the Crusader. You mean radiance? I don't think we have time to invest in that at the beginning of combat. Now, did I equip stuff? I did not. That's only for the general. No value anywhere else. All right. He who dares wins, maybe. I just thought it was going to be a combo of the two. See, Barrison's just going to get it every time, which is great. I don't want to push this guy back. It's actually important that I don't push him back. That is why we love a blind now and then. We might even be able to make controlled burn work with this. It's an interesting thought. I don't want to push him back again. That remains a goal. Pushing this guy back isn't the worst thing in the world.
Early results are encouraging.
I may swap that up, but we went Vanguard, so it's less critical, I feel like. No additional blind feels bad. Probably gonna get howled again. No, okay. Rend is good. Rend is good. Rend is great.
The enemy weakens and wanes. A deliberate and
Where did this crit token come from?
of harm.
I think I took Larval Carrion Eater. So let's try and get some value out of it.
At least has been tended to.
Oh, I forgot. That was only the first half. I should have played that very differently.
Gains. There is comfort in company.
This will burn her as well. Ooh. Hello. How are you doing?
In the beyond.
That's going to be a lot of damage because the combo is increasing it even more. This guy, I seem to remember very resistant to debuff. Let's check. 50, yeah, that's decently high. See, 3 and 4. We need just a little bit more here, so let's do that. Yeah, no, I'm starting to understand it. I still don't think it is the blind not working there was kind of extremely lame.
Steady stances. Exhaustion takes hold.
But yeah, I don't think it's harder than Bastard's Beacon. Maybe it is. The one that they mentioned Despair Alert on though was the other one. So I may be overgreeding this fight. But I still think the Bastard's Beacon is probably the harder of the two. Oh. Get the burn on this guy. Really? Our breakpoints on corpses have seen better days.
Fight through the fatigue.
Love to see it. Yeah, let's do the battle heal because we don't have a cauterize option here. Seems like a bit of a waste to
Slow dissection.
go for the debuff knowing what we know. I guess I could have parlayed that into extra crit on them. What are the chances? 4 to 8? It's pretty low. Well, someone else will follow up if we don't get it. Maybe we should have saved it for the Crusader.
No time to falter.
It's pretty uncool. Ooh, I think this is the first time I've seen him on death's door. So it's a cool death's door animation. Would you please stop?
Teetering on that
Holy cow.
precipice.
Frustrating.
The slow suffering begins.
So we don't have the kill right now. So we got a couple options. I don't really want to spend a healing salve if I don't have to. We can just leave the fight. I think we just leave the fight. We get a little bit of healing out of it. I might have been able to taunt. All negative quirks, minus 10% max HP. I still don't know if this is forever, by the way, but... So let's see. So I am going to... I think I'm just going to replace Crush with Retribution. Because whenever we want to move forward, we can just move forward. We'll get a bit of travel healing here by going this way. And then I think we do go to the lair. Whether we fight at the lair or not is a different question. Right now we don't have the combat items for me to be fully confident. Although taunt doesn't affect the general too much, but the combo increasing damage does, okay? The crow's feet help with our capacity for winning the general. I'll take the speed. I thirst for blood. See, so this is a little awkward. This taunt kind of ruins things slightly. Also, this has the potential to just become this kind of like endless something or other. Oh, we still have to do you? It's going to be really hard to get that guy down. This guy's going to get a raised dead or whatever it is. Woo. It's going to be a little hard not to, I think. Because we need to kill this guy before we kill this guy. And that's really gonna not help things. Oh. You didn't get a taunt. How is that possible? Oh, yeah, it's not a taunt, it's a guard, that's why.
On to the next.
But this guy is gonna... This guy's gonna bring the other dude back, which may actually help us. Well, unless we... I want these two on the back line, so I don't want to kill the corpse. So I'll bellow for the moment. Yeah. We wanted this guy to come back, even though it feels a little suboptimal. That's a good question, Sinnoh. That's not a thing that I use with much regularity. So I'm actually not sure. We're gonna have to do a lot of stress healing here. Okay, at least we're not having anybody come back, but the stress healing needs to start. Focus fire is just chewing us up at the moment. This torch is doing some work.
Lethality writ large.
I was gonna say, we're gonna need some very big hits on this guy. We're gonna eat Death and Dishonor. It seems basically guaranteed. The crit is a lot. This guy's already dead. I'll do that. Hey, thank you, Alex. Yeah, it is an interesting dynamic, to be sure. Couldn't we get a stress heal from that crit? We have to just do this. We have to kill this guy, or we're not gonna get there. And this just has to be a crit. Okay, didn't have to be a crit, but had to be a nice hard hit. But we did not get nearly the recovery we needed out of that. Armory key will be good. Yeah, this torch is pretty brutal. So we can do these two. That's a nice match. Get a bunch more HP potentially there. But right now, the general is feeling off the table. I don't think there's any way we do it. If we go to the creature den, we get double these. The problem is just stress. We have 3 fights to whittle down stress. I'm gonna try it.
Be wary.
But this team also isn't doing what I hoped it would do. Yeah, I mean, I should have put Bolster on the bar. You're absolutely right. That volley hidden behind these taunts, that may be death for us. This is gonna be bad. For sure. Any chance we one-shot this guy? On a crit. But we're gonna eat a volley. Oh. The stress.
Darkness encroaches.
That's gonna be a meltdown. This may be a loss. Resolute, you say? Well, obviously, in that case. Why didn't I think of that?
Incremental, but deadly all the same.
Never punished.
A master stroke.
Let's see. Which is more dire, I think? Damn, streamer luck. Good gravy. This guy is dying. Neither of you are bleeding, but you have taunt. I don't want to ruin my relationships if I can help it, so I'm going to do that. Just gonna try and stun this guy up to buy us time. Okay, good. It's cool when the blinds don't work, you know? But that means we get another opportunity for a heal. Just tearing our relationships to shreds here. I think we just exit. The relationships right now, I think we do need bolster on the board, though.
Greater threats await those who dare.
Whew. All right. I don't think we're going to be using Blistering Bugle. We have more than enough. More than enough. So let's get... For now, let's get bolster back on the board. And now we'll hobble along getting a little bit of healing. This team is not great.
Oblivion. These folk have kept their
Let's see.
honor.
We don't need... A Stagecoach item is probably the correct play. Yeah, and 5% torch down is nominal. Not going to say that Mortar and Pestle is what we needed, but... Okay, can we get like an easy fight here? Okay, a little bit of stress healing there. So you're saying there's a chance. That means that this is going to be a Shambler, right? Oh. This is a little awkward.
That another may finish the work.
There's going to be a lot of hits. Oh, they can hit there? Wait, Mobius, tell me more. Hold on a second. Let's Defender here. It looks like they're not hitting us up there, so I think instead we stand fast. So, do you leave checked the YouTube button that says to share with subscribers? Apparently, if you leave that on, it will never let you outreach to other people. That sounds slightly incorrect, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's do this. I'm going to use this fight as a bit of a recovery, and hopefully it doesn't bite me too hard. The number of crits that the game is giving are too dang high.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
Wondering if Orphan was the better choice here. All right, Sinnoh, thanks for the lurk as always.
A calculated generosity.
2 in the bleed. You gotta love it.
Nonetheless.
I guess the bleed would have gotten converted to regen, so maybe I shouldn't have done that. Apparently, before you post, if you uncheck it, it will allow YouTube to post to others, so you can get more followers. That's interesting. I'm gonna need to do a little bit of research on that one, Mobius, because I will say, as a rule of thumb, I find that about 70% of my traffic comes from people who are not my subscribers. So that doesn't entirely track, I feel like, with my like lived experience. But that's not to say that it's not that there isn't some truth to that being unchecked. Now let's see. So if we don't kill this guy, so if we want it, our greed play is this. Let's greed it up a little bit. I want to see if I can recover enough that we can actually take on the general. The apron is really hurting us on recovery here. Are we gonna get? We're not gonna get more value out of this fight, I don't think. So let's just end it. Whew. All right, that was really good for our overall.
The past is gone.
But yeah, actually, it brings up a different thing, Mobius, that I have been giving some thought to, which is that I have two different streams of videos. I have my Let's Play VOD type content. And then I have more bespoke videos like the one that I'm working on right now that is for damage. And I do think that it might be a good idea for my regular content to not notify subscribers so that I'm not spamming subscriber inboxes quite so aggressively. I don't really want to lose more torch. But I don't think I want this fight if it's not gonna do that. What's our... 16's baubles is a lot to lose, but I think it's better than the stress, so we'll do that. All right. Me shying away from a fight is always a little bit odd, and then we're going to take 3 stress here. We're taking a lot of stress just from the RNG of events. But yeah, I may want to think about... doing that. I think while I'm not convinced that exactly what you're saying is like universally true Mobius, I do think that what you're saying makes a lot of sense for more broadly. All right, so who are you friends with? You're friends with Rusty? Let's do Rusty then. Try and get things back up. Ugh. We're gonna take a volley. I don't think there's any way around it. Five to 8 isn't enough. We're gonna have to Holy Lance you. So you're probably dead, which is, I guess, good. So we're gonna slow play this one a little bit.
Carousel of horrors.
So does that mean that was a hit for 32? Since it did half, since that halves it? Because if so, that's a lot of action. The combo makes a huge difference, I will say. I do think that the apron is hurting us more than helping us, so I'm probably going to ditch that. And we're going for the slow play a little bit here. Let's just soften this up. Is there any way that we can get... I don't think... I didn't put Crush on you. You can't Rampart the 3 rank. So... Pushing him back at least means that maybe we can get the Crusader a corpse kill. Or we could do a heal. But the heal... Well, the heal being crit, actually, I think is probably worth it. But the damage output that this torch generates is not nothing. It ain't not nothing. Oh, our bleed ran its course, so good thing we applied another bleed there, I guess. This is a lot of damage. Ooh, the blind. Our torch is going down because this fight is taking us so long. I think we need to close out, or we're gonna end up in a bad way. We'll get one bolster here.
There is comfort in company.
Okay. This is a really interesting torch. I'm glad we decided to try it out. I do think this team has some issues. So let's see. So I think, unfortunately, the appalling apron just it's too maybe we put it here. It's just such a risk because of how much damage it does. Torch going out isn't scary. I mean, we're only on Confession 2, so it's not terrible. Let's see. We put that there, we put that there, and I think we put this here. All right. So we have enough pushback. And if we're going into the lair, we need to find a way to get bolster on, and taunt becomes less or excuse me, bellow on, and taunt becomes less important. So we'll do that there. And even if we only get the first two done, we'll be in good shape. But the thing is if we beat the general, we're getting 10 mastery. Or excuse me, we're getting 5 mastery. 10 mastery is a ridiculous statement.
A general and his loyal lumbering guard.
Don't like tossing the blind there, but I also don't mind doing that. Yeah, Mobius. I mean, we're just not a particularly huge channel, you know. But that is not to say that there aren't some things that we could change up that might not improve things. So I super appreciate you throwing that out there. Genuinely, I think it's a good consideration, and it helped me to think a little bit differently about something I'd been thinking about for a while. So I super appreciate you mentioning it. But yeah, I think it would be really easy. I think it would be, well, I mean, really easy might be a little strong, but it would be pretty straightforward for me to change it. So let's see. Hit you with the cauterize. Is that one short? No, not too short. But let's see. You don't need a lot of healing. I think we're still better off topping you off. But yeah, the numbers are just big. So I haven't checked in Lustrous, which is not to say that I don't agree, but yeah, I mean, I have noticed a lot of people kind of like popping in, getting good comments on Heroes videos, which is always like super encouraging. Okay, so we're starting to find our rhythm here. Yeah, let me check that out really quickly in studio. Let me take a look at how Heroes videos are doing. That, I mean, the first one really popped off. First looks tend to, but yeah, no, actually, they are performing well. You're absolutely correct. This is a spicy meatball right here.
Bravo.
This fight may ruin us. I hate that. Slay the Wounded on her is going to be bad, but no combo means it's not going to be too terrible. Yes. Yeah, basically everyone here is near 5 memories, not quite there. Ooh. Don't love Slay the Wounded. I'll probably do something for mitigation here. Because I'm not looking forward to this guy hitting both of these two, and I'm going to swap these two. But yeah, our squad is pretty kitted out. I'm going to try and get the blind up just to mitigate this incoming hit, because had the potential to be big.
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously.
And now we just have to be smart about when we put people on death's door. Hilarious timing on that one. This guy does more damage now. Yep. Big numbers. I'm going to slow him down so we can get a little bit of that. We're happier doing this one.
Of trust.
So we could heal ourselves and then we don't get the kill. We need to get, well, so if we Zealous, that doesn't help much.
A slow dissection.
Okay, this guy is dead now, which means we can do a little something for someone, but there's not really a something to do. All right. Not exactly the state I want to be going into this fight. What is the deal with Reverberating Redoubt? Did they remove it from the game? I'm still going for it. He who dares wins, but this is going to be a spicy fight.
He has retreated, undying, into a dream.
This is going to be a spicy fight. This is gonna be... Damn. Combo... Maybe to do this run, you really need to have... You really need to have combo removal. That may be the, that may be the dirty little secret. Okay, that's good. That means we can cease fire on everything else. I think I need the mitigation because I've seen how hard Unsettling Whispers hits. Yep, that being 24 would have been unpleasant, But just as it is, the stress is going to get real bad real fast here, I think.
Anxiety foments
Thank you for the stress resist, I guess. Let's see. So, can you use one of those?
The fiend's strength dwindles.
Wrong. We got the wrong one. Now we know where the soil stirs is happening. The soil stirs is vaguely terrifying as a note. I don't love using that now, but I think that's the best we can do. Yeah, it's true. Oh, the combo there. I think this is Death's Door no matter what. Unfortunately.
A master stroke.
This is gonna get really spooky, I think. There's not a lot I can do about the fact this guy's gonna get hit for like 40. 32. Okay. Honestly, not bad. I'll take 32. We got to cauterize here, I think. Well, I'm a little worried about taking our foot off the gas. Thanks, Rose. I think we got to keep pressing. Okay, good place for creeping growth, if we're being honest. So the plan here is to go all in. Risk it for the biscuit. We're better off taking the hit here. As much as I want that damage, I think putting the taunt up here is a better idea. Okay, now it's just burn down phase. How many roots? We haven't soil stirred yet, so we can do this, which is 4 to 8. This is also 4 to 8 though, so let's not. The mineral there feels pretty bad.
A brilliant conclusion.
Oh man, we missed it by 1. Okay, that's probably the best place it could land. Okay, just kidding, not the best place it could land. I'm worried about us getting like fully locked up right now. That's about the biggest concern. Okay.
An interminable conflict.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so the fight is over. The question is, what recovery can we get before the fight is over? And the answer is basically none. Yep. All right. Well, I mean, I was worried we weren't going to survive. Taking a meltdown is less than ideal. Obviously, what we got in return was pretty trashed here, but We did use up all of our medicine, but we got back some torch for that. The cultists here are going to be a little rough. We're not going to have a lot of time to heal. A 3 on relationship. Oh boy. That's less than ideal, isn't it? So what are our relationships right now? I thought they weren't that bad. But yeah, okay. Rusty and Lustrous. Everybody else is not that bad. Everybody else were kind of hanging in there. But the altar in the 2 spot is kind of rare, honestly.
Cunning. You may outwit them yet.
The fact that the amount that Rusty has taken one for the team, though, is not to be underestimated. I probably should have given Rusty a bit of a heal there. Let's see, 6, and you're at 4, 3 in that. I think we can... I was hoping we might get the one shot on the cherub there.
A small foundation of trust.
I think we're going to come out of this one okay. We retired the original Rusty, but I cannot remember what happened to the second one. Yeah, no, the second Rusty was Mysteries of the Universe, I think. I think they might have died almost immediately. Like, I don't think much happened, if I'm being honest.
An invariable result.
Just what I need, stress.
And apply it judiciously.
I like the heal, though. Send her back so she's doing a rush judgment. I'm doing this to soften it up in hopes that our Crusader can hit a 9. Or a 15. All right, nice. Did mean that we took the hit that we didn't otherwise need to, but do that for stress purposes. Oh yeah, that one run where 3 heroes died in one fight and you scrambled to replace them. Oh yeah. And we managed, if I recall correctly, we managed to bring it back.
This wound, at least, has been tended to.
That was an exciting run. We can get another Cauterize if I chill a little bit here. We did pick up a stress, but you know, honestly, I think there is a world in which you could go, this was not a, you know, like we really struggled. This was not a great first region, but I'm pretty pleased, honestly, with the end result here. And I'm thinking about risking this for a while. But yeah, I mean, I think despite the fact that Illustrious has a relationship that nightmares are built off of. We I think we actually navigated that one kind of okay.
The place is a little worse for wear.
Blundering on Zeal is really pretty lame. Void Sight, 100% on those. Okay. Yeah, I mean, 7 mastery for a first region. Like, we have a lot of work to do. Don't get me wrong. But we have a decent amount of money. Oh, who's melodophobic? Damn it, Rusty. I'm going a little hard here. This is very unlikely to get us what we want. Man. All right. So the melodophobic, I think, closes the door on Songbook being worth. Maybe not. Well, I don't think we can get 2. I don't think we can take 2 of them. Let's see how bad we do on the first one. Oh, is it? Of course it's Rusty and Illustrious that are at odds. That was a nice double proc there. Don't think the whiskey barrel is too much risk for my taste. I want the healing salves. I think we used 1 thunderclap. No, we used both our thunderclaps, so I'd like to get 2 new thunderclaps. Where are we going?
Everywhere in everywhere in need.
It's gotta be the sprawl. The runaway is better against the librarian than they have been historically.
Your coach must be maintained if it is to carry you where you must go. A smoother ride.
Were there any trinkets of note in here? Hail Drought isn't bad. I might buy a few of these. We're pretty rich on... Do we buy the whiskey barrel just because of the stress reduction? It could really hurt us quite a bit.
On the road to damnation.
But I'm gonna roll the dice. What could possibly go wrong? That seemed like a net positive. I think we're 1 away, which we have the last one for. Wait, is that who that is? No, it's Innie and Illustrious now. Okay, and then Rusty's taken the Death Door. Oh, I could have used the Orbitoclast to get rid of all of Rusty's stuff. 7 mastery though. This is the big where the big dogs live. We can work with 7 mastery. We get ransack because we're going up against the librarian. And I'm going to want to be able to hit the librarian with it. And then I think we take bolster to round out our arsenal of things. But that mastery gain is no slouch. I don't want to understate it. That's good business. That's good for business. And then when we go up against the librarian, we'll try and use our Death Cap Spore. But this seems reasonable. We'd also love to see a Hoarder. Now, I think Greater Hail Drought we pick up because trinkets are cheap.
Paid for in blood.
There's a part of me that's like, we could We could swap back to Warlock now that we have this trinket, but it's too expensive. Do I want to try removing bad quirks on other heroes? We probably should. Nervous Toonhammer Chatterbox isn't terrible. Klepto Lost in Space Toonhammer. It's pretty bad. Okay, so what we need to remember. So I am hoping that this condition shows up here. Okay, and what we need to do is we need to... This says until next in. This is forever. If this crosses playthroughs, though, then that's going to be an extremely stinky result. The Greater Gilded Mind, I think we also take. More stress resist, I think, is only good, and we will have someone who can take it. All right. The cursed library awaits.